Some time ago, I've started creating this storage solution on my wall, and in today's video, I'm going to continue with that. With two projects I want to share with you. As before, I'm going to be using MDF, in this case 9mm in thickness, to create my projects. However, to actually make all the cuts necessary for my projects, well, I'm going to be using this huge laser from Aliencell, the X1. It does have a fully enclosed body, and as I said, it's absolutely huge. You've got 24 inches by 18 inches, so that's 610mm by 465mm. And you actually do get two 8-megapixel cameras to cover the whole area of this machine. So let's jump into my laptop so you can see the first project. And there you have it. As you can see, there is quite a lot of pieces here to cut out. And I do actually need a proper storage solution for some smaller pieces, some screws and bits and bobs. So in total, I'm gonna have 9 cubby holes, as you can see just here. These will be the front. And I actually do want to have a piece of plywood or cardboard or anything else that will go inside just over here to let me know what is inside of that cubby hole. Now these will be replaceable and you can engrave them, you can write it with your pencil or anything like that. It's really up to you. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, 9mm MDF, how many passes will this machine need to actually cut that through? Well, actually, thanks to the 40-watt module on board, it will actually only need one pass at 3mm per second. So not only one clean pass, but also fairly quick as well. So let's load our MDF inside of the laser. Now let me show you some fantastic features that this laser has that makes it super easy to use. Check this out. The first thing you would worry about when using your laser is how to position all your pieces, making sure they are actually on top of the material that you just placed inside. Well, in this case, I'm just going to press this little button and I'll see exactly where my material is. And there you have it. That's exactly what's inside of our machine. On top, you do have the cut-off area where you cannot put any of your projects. So I'm just going to make sure everything is perfectly placed on our work area here. Okay, the first batch is loaded, and what settings I'm going to be using? Well, first of all, we need to set it to the cut option here. The power, 40 watts, and as I said, we're going to go with 3mm per second. So as you can see, it's going to be a fairly quick process in cutting that 9mm MDF. Now what's left to do is to press the process button. And then on the 6.8-inch screen over here, you do have all the information you need for your projects. So let's start. Now you may be worrying that cutting MDF will create some nasty fumes, and you are absolutely right. However, thanks to the fully enclosed body of this machine and very efficient fume extraction system with 2 fans and filters as well, it will make sure that the fumes will be extracted away from your work area. And on top of it, this machine has got a very unique feature. It does have a live PM air quality monitor that you can see on the front of the machine, and that is a very helpful feature there. You know, sometimes if you've got your machine connected to an inline extractor, you may actually want to wait a few seconds longer until the PM reader shows lower amounts of those nasty particles. On top of it, you do have your standard safety features like the emergency stop button, electronic key, but also on top of that you've got 10 flame detection sensors, temperature and humidity sensor, fan stall detection, AC probe detection and fire resistant enclosure. So it's definitely one of the safest machines out there currently on the market. And there you go, massive huge board of 9mm MDF, fully cut out with no problems whatsoever. Nice, beautiful, clean cuts on a piece of MDF. Now, did you actually notice one very cool feature here? This machine does have fully automatic autofocus, so you actually don't have to set up the focal length for the laser itself. The machine with the software does it for you. One of the reasons that we are actually getting these fantastic, beautiful, clean cuts is the fact that you can actually get an accessory for this laser, an air pump. It's fully automatic, so you don't have to worry about it at all. You just hook it up to your machine. It actually can work via Bluetooth as well. Absolutely brilliant piece of kit. And as you can see, the cut quality is absolutely fabulous. So let's cut out the remaining pieces for this project, and another batch is now ready. And as you can see, the work progresses really nicely. All the pieces are cut without any issues, and I want to show you a few more features that this machine has. Mainly, when you actually press the start button on your job on the software itself, it physically sends the file to the storage on this machine. So even if you lose connection with your laptop, the job will continue as the file itself is stored on this device. And yes, you can operate this machine with an application on your phone, but also through the screen itself, as you've got all the options there to do so. Now, this solution is absolutely perfect for batching out products. Why? Well, you don't really need your laptop or your phone connected. The files are already on the machine itself. So this is the last one we just did, and I just need a few more copies of it. You got all the informations there. I can confirm that and check that out. You can see our design, and that red cross over there, that's actually the location of our laser at the moment. So you may ask the question, well, that's all great, but how am I going to position my design onto my material inside? Well, quite simply, you can physically move the design, and as you do that, the head of the laser will move as well as you move your project about. And as you can see, the module itself does emit a red cross to indicate the exact position where your job will start. However, you don't actually need to use the screen. You can physically move the laser head wherever you want, and the project you want to do will move with it. So as I'm moving the head, the project on the screen will move as well. And that's thanks to the closed loop stepper motors and the closed loop encoders on the X and Y axes. So as you can see, this machine is catered to your needs, and you can operate it in any way it suits you. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at the fronts of our small cubby boxes. The pieces on the right hand side, these will be cut out of plywood. Okay, as I do want to have the cards with the names of what's actually inside of these boxes. Now, as you can see, we do have this shape over here, but that shape there, I'm only going to be engraving that, okay, so I know the location for the main piece of plywood. Okay, it's just to establish the correct position of these, nothing else. So as you can see, this machine has got plenty of power. In my case, as I mentioned, it's 40 watts. However, you can get different modules. You can get 20 watt module or even a 60 watt module as well, which would be perfect for cutting. And there you have it. That's all the pieces I've got for my storage solution there. However, before I'm actually going to assemble this, I do want to tackle the second project straight away, the storage solution for my bench dogs. Unfortunately, I've actually run out of the 9mm MDF. I honestly thought I had one more sheet lying about, and I don't. Now, I don't really want to amend my project to accommodate for a thinner material, as well, I want it to be chunky and sturdy. Okay, now I don't have 9mm plywood, but what I do have is 4mm plywood and 5mm plywood. So I'm going to double up the cuts, cut basically the same project twice and glue all the pieces together. And by doing so, I think I'm going to have a very nice and solid storage solution for my bench dogs. So let me quickly show you how it all looks like in the software. And there you have it. So we've got one main backer board with some text and actually a QR code. If you want to pause and scan that now, I would greatly appreciate if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. On top of it, we've got two shelves for my dogs, and over here I do have a neat storage solution for my Honduy accessory as well. I think that's going to look really cool. Now this piece over here, that will be only for scoring a line, so I know exactly where to position these. And to make the cuts in the 4 and 5mm plywood, well, tell you what, I'm going to be using 40 watts of power, and the speed I'm going to go with 4mm per second. Now this software actually does give you some settings for the most common materials if you don't want to do your own work or guess. Okay, so when you go to the material setting over here, you can actually pick the material you want. Okay, for example, basswood board, and depending on the thickness, when you confirm that, it will select the recommended settings for that material. Also, for example, if you don't want to use the automatic feature for autofocus, well, you can quite simply input the details yourself as well. However, with everything in place, I'm just gonna press start. Right then, I've got all the pieces ready. I'm gonna use some wood glue and CA glue to put everything together. And now I can simply add a few clamps to hold everything together. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing with the rest of the pieces that will become those small boxes that's going to sit in those cubby holes. Now for the second project, what I need to do is just to glue up the double pieces of the plywood. So nothing hard, just plenty of glue and making sure everything is aligned correctly. And now some weight on top. And there you have it. Everything fits absolutely perfectly. Quite easy to remove those smaller boxes where I'm gonna store my things in. Now you could, to be fair, leave it as that. You can just wax it a little bit, maybe spray some varnish on top of it. However, I do actually want to paint this. Okay, so I do have a grayish color on the side of these, so I do want to do something similar. So now I'm just going to give it a quick sand all around just to clean it up a little bit. Now it's time to install the frames, and not sure if you can see it, I do have a very faint line engraved in this, so I know the exact position of the first piece, and then this will go on top. So the top piece is a little bit thicker, so it creates like a shelf inside, so it's easier to put our 3mm plywood with the name of what's inside of this cubby hole. I think that's going to look really cool. As I'm waiting for the glue to set on these, before painting, I'm actually going to be able to put this together. Again, I'm going to be using a combination of some wood glue and CA to speed up the whole process. And I'm just going to carry on with the other one exactly in the same way. And finally, I'm going to do 2 coats of spray varnish to secure my storage for the bench dogs. I think with these projects, you can clearly see that the Aliencell X1 is a very capable machine when it comes to cutting. It does really tackle even those thicker materials at a very good speed. However, what about quality of engraving and the speed of it? Tell you what, I'll do a special quick test for you as I'm waiting for all of this to dry. So let's whack in this piece of plywood inside. We're gonna go with 400mm per second at 40 watts of power. Now I know for a fact in a minute you will be absolutely blown away by the quality engraving of this laser. However, it's not just the quality, it's the speed. The maximum speed here is 600mm per second for engraving. However, this is true speed, as this machine actually offers 20,000 millimeters per second of acceleration, and despite the fact that this machine is so quick, it will still deliver ultra fine and sharp lines when engraving, for example, vector files, thanks to input shaping. It helps to keep the lines super sharp, consistent, even at those higher speeds. It also offers advanced motion compensation in real-time vibration correction. Thanks to all those features, you can engrave at higher speeds with far better quality than other lasers out there. And check out the result. Now, as you can see, it's a large engraving, and that only took 12 minutes and 46 seconds. And I think you can see straight away the quality of the whole engraving. It's absolutely superb. So much detail, nice separation from the shadow to the shirt itself. Check out the glasses and the eyes. You know, it's absolutely outstanding quality when it comes to engraving. Now, as the paint is dry, I can hang this up on my wall. I actually thought I had 3 tins of this, so I only managed to do 1 coat and actually had to use another color. So later on, I need to nip down to the store and actually buy some more of this spray paint and redo the painting job on this. But for now, this will do. In my case, I'm just going to drill the holes for the screws that will be holding this on the wall. However, you can actually design this in the project itself. But as I knew I'm going to be painting it, the paint would cover that entrance anyway. So it's just easier to drill the holes. And there you have it. Neat storage solution. That will definitely come in very handy. And when I'll give it another coat of paint, they will look absolutely perfect. Now, I did cut these out of 3mm plywood, and that fits in there absolutely perfectly. As I said, you can actually engrave these with exactly what you're going to be keeping in there. For me, I'm never sure. I always change my mind. So I kept it blank, and I can just use my pencil to put down anything I want. But as I say, if you already got a plan and you know what you're going to be keeping in them, you can just engrave the text with the information of what's inside of these cubby holes. And I'll do exactly the same thing with my bench dog holder. And there you have it. That's my set of bench dogs, and I still got room for 2 more. I think that looks absolutely brilliant, and it's easily accessible, so I don't have to look for them around my workshop. One thing I definitely need in these boxes are the screws that I use all the time. So we've got 4x30mm, 4x40 and 4x35. When I do change my mind, it's so easy to remove that sign and just put something else. But in this way, I know exactly where everything is. And best of all, I'll know exactly when I'm running low. And as you've seen, everything has been cut by the laser itself, so you don't have to waste your time on doing that. In the meantime, as the laser is taking care of that job, you can do something else, another project. If you do want to find out a little bit more about the Aliencell X1, I actually do have a fully dedicated video with all the features it has, and there's plenty more of them. So check out the link down below in the description of this video and in the pinned comment with my video, or if you're watching this on a TV, there's a QR code here. You can scan it with your phone and save that video to watch later. However, there's one thing I need to tell you. This machine, what it does offer is actually priced very reasonably. Obviously, depending where you live around the world, the price will be different a little bit. But I have to say, for what you get, this is a good value. So I'm going to leave a link to this machine down below as well, so you can check it out, and maybe it's something that you are looking for your business, or actually replace your old laser open frame if you want to have a proper upgrade. At this point, I just want to say a massive thank you to my Patreons for the ongoing support. However, before you go, check out these 2 cool playlists. Plenty of fantastic videos waiting for you there. Click on them and maybe you'll find your next video to watch. For today, that's all. Thank you so much. Take care.